Okay, so let's get this out the way. So you guys give 2 of your overs. I went with the Knicks as one of my overs. Jarod is like, of course, you guys like the Knicks. Blah, 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 blah. I think, and Murph, I think you're going to rock with me on this. I think the Knicks are being disrespected a little bit. You hear a lot of stuff. Yeah, I do. You hear a lot of this stuff around NBA circles. Oh, the Knicks are going to regress. Last year was a fluke. They had a lot of variation with the three-point defense, blah, 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 which I disagree with. I think the Knicks were one of the best teams at closing out on shooters, as the Lakers were in terms of defensive effort. I still think they're going to be very good. What I think helps the Knicks in the regular season, I'm not saying that I think they'll actually be better or have a higher seed than they did last year, because I actually don't think so. But I think they'll win more than 41 games. And the reason I think they're strong for them is they have a lot of depth. This is a really deep team. They're going to play 10 deep. They've got a lot of depth. The young guys look like they've improved and quickly at Toppin. I think that's going to bode them well because, of course, there's going to be injuries. And I think they're a team built to do pretty well in the regular season. Kind of like Jarod said about the Suns. I'm not talking about the playoffs. How they might do in the playoffs is a different thing. But I think the Knicks could win anywhere from 44 games, I think, dare I say, as high as 48 if things break right. Woo! A lot of things, yeah, I think so. But I think they'll get that over, and I like them to get that over because of the depth. I think continuity also matters. This is something I think we underrate in the league. They have a lot of continuity coming over from last year. They added some new pieces. A lot of the players have played in Thibs' system. This is year number 2. I think they know how they want to play. They know their identity. They have a culture. They've got depth. I think these are all the reasons you should look at the Knicks. Now, this could be a little bit of a trick. It looks like a lot of these odd makers are trying to get you to bet the over here with the Knicks. But I could say the same for Jarod and his Grizzlies, and we will get into that in one
man, I'll be hating on my Grizz.
At the 41.5. But look, I like the Knicks. I think they're a good bet here, and I think you'll like the depth, and I think they're going to fight really hard in the East. I think there's some teams that other experts have been talking about around in the East that they're saying better than the Knicks that I don't like as much. But I like the Knicks. Murph, you almost put them on your list too. You kind of expected me to go there. Do you feel the same way about the Knicks? And Jarod, you can also tell us why you're hating.
No, I feel exactly the same way. Also, Thibodeau his teams play very hard, harder than most teams in the regular season. I think any Thibodeau coach team, you should probably always take the over in the regular season. No matter what their talent is, they're going to outperform in the regular season. Once you come to playoffs and everybody's playing that hard, things could be different. But they're going to catch up on teams. You can't come to New York and, be tired and think you could play 50% and get away with it. That's not going to happen with the Thibodeau coach team. I agree with you about the depth. Now they have guard depth. You have Kemba in there. So Thibodeau's not going to be able to run Derrick Rose completely into the ground as he would probably want to. They won 41 games out of 71 last year. And to me, this is a better roster, a deeper roster. Guys have improved. I know the East is better, but 41, I don't think they're going to be just barely a 500 team. I'm with you around 44, 45 games.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, Jarod, please tell us why you're hating. Let's just go into it right now. Why are you a hater?
Nah, I'm not hating. Look, last year I was not on this bandwagon with you guys. I was like, man, the Knicks, fuck out of here with that bullshit. They proved me wrong, no doubt. I agree with you, Dex, and I do think they will play well again this season. They may actually even win a couple more games than they won last year, but be a lower seed, as you mentioned, because the East is just so much better. The one things that I am just going to be keeping an eye on, I think RJ Barrett's development that we've seen thus far in the preseason, I know small sample size, don't kill me, it's only been like 3 games, but he's shooting that 3 better and defenders are coming out to guard him. That's going to matter because something I am watching on the negative side is Julius Randle's regression to the mean on 3-point shooting in the regular season. Forget about the playoffs, whatever. I don't know that his 3-point shot is going to be as good as it was in the regular season last year as it was this year as it was last year. So that's one thing I'm looking for. And yeah, Tibbs, we're getting to be year 2 with Tibbs. Does he start grinding, right? Those are the things that I'll be watching on. But I think picking the over on them is not a bad thing.